No? Oh, mine's nice. My Limca.
Power soda is obviously Indian for ditch water. Do you like this? I think in order to foster Anglo-British relations, we should adopt their style of driving on the motorway in Britain.
I think we should adopt their attitude to most things, actually.
Do you think it's a sort of motoring style we could roll out or just immediately do? I think...
Why would you not immediately... I mean, the motorway was built as a sort of free-for-all, wasn't it? Which that is.
There can't be a transitional phase, because that would be extremely hazardous. You've got to agree that on a certain night, we go Indian.
At midnight,
Yeah.
we adopt the Indian style, which is better than ours, and there are no rules. There are no police patrols, no highway wombles. Nobody's allowed to close it for any reason.
It might take some bedding in as an idea. It
I
might
disagree
take
with
the first
you.
6 months, it might be a bit of...
Are you
Well-
dead?
No, absolutely not.
You had no bedding in. Are you dead?
No, I'm not dead.
I'm not
and
dead.
also, I think I've actually maintained overall a reasonable speed. I bet your average speed is as good as it is on the M1.
No, it isn't. Well, on the M1, yes,
Yeah.
because the M1's rubbish. But the M1's rubbish because they've coned it off. They wouldn't cone it off. They don't cone roadworks
They use
off.
rocks instead of cones, I've noticed. I
And
saw
have you-
another lorry broken down, rocks round it.
Rocks round it, so that bursts your tyre.
What's the expected effect of that?
It's to warn you that there's a lorry ahead. I mean, they only put the rock a yard away, I've noticed that.
Yeah, so basically what you do is have a crash with a rock very close to a broken down lorry.
The idea that you see the rock, but not the massive... They also put a branch sometimes on the back of it. But that's just courtesy.
It's
We're not
nice.
talking about courtesy. I'm talking about a road network where, admittedly, quite a few 100,000 people are killed. That is a drawback. But it's so much more fun to drive on them.
I'm not sure that hundreds of thousands of people would be killed. I think if you combined Indian driving techniques but with a modern infrastructure, you'd be perfectly okay.
I've driven many, many miles on British motorways. You never see a car coming the other way.
No.
And what I really liked was the last chap I saw just a couple of miles back was flashing his lights and pipping his horn at me. Indignant. How dare I be coming the other way when I was on the right side of the road?
On the lights flashing issue, that's part of a whole thing I was worried about because I've been told, you know, if you flash your lights in oncoming traffic, that doesn't mean you can overtake. It means I'm going to overtake.
Yes.
So stay in. Same with the indicators. A right-hand indicator doesn't mean I'm overtaking, it means you can.
Yeah.
And I thought there'd be like a real language difficulty. There isn't a language, though, is there? It doesn't, nothing means
It's,
anything.
You can
it's
do
all
what you
instinctive
want.
after
Yes,
10
exactly.
minutes.
I was going to suggest that we stood here and tried to teach them how to drive properly, but actually it's the other way around. We need to go home with this attitude.
On the night when we decide we will make the change to Indian driving, as you say, it's probably midnight, there needs to be blanket radio announcements, because anyone who's on the motorway and has forgotten...
Ooh, you'd
it's
get a
gonna be-
surprise,
Well, but
wouldn't
then maybe that's just tough. There have to be
It's a bit like
sacrifices.
digital analog. You've
Yeah.
been told, you were warned, now you're dead.
No, thank you.
His teeth, is that his teeth white?
Were